Hey everyone, so I have a really exciting TV programme to talk about for you today, and as the title suggests, I'm talking about Marchlands. Now, Marchlands started last week on ITV, on Thursday on ITV, and when I saw the clips of it leading up to it, I was like, this looks fantastic. But I underestimated just how brilliant it was going to be. There's only been one episode so far. This is a 5-part drama, so once a week for another 4 weeks. And I cannot wait until Thursday. Today's date is Tuesday. So I have 2 days until the next one, and it is so exciting. So at the beginning, before I tell you what it's about, at the beginning it's kind of confusing because we get taken to 1968 and there's a family there, and we learn that one of the main characters, the mother, her daughter had died. I won't say how it died. She died just because it might spoil that particular bit for you, but she died. Her little daughter Alice, she was about 8 or 9, I think, I can't remember exactly, but she was around that age, and she died, yeah, so her mother is grieving for her even though it's been 6 months. And then it takes us to 1987, and you have a normal family living in the same house that the 1968 family lived, in Marchlands. Just a normal family. There's the mother, the father, the elder son, and the younger daughter. The younger daughter is called Amy, pretty cool. And the mother, more about her soon. The casting for that is quite exciting. So we have a little bit about their family and learning that they live in this house. And then we get taken to 2010, so last year. And we learn that in 2010 there is a couple, a man and a woman, and the woman is pregnant, living in this house in Marchlands. So it takes us through 3 different decades of who has lived in this house. And to start off with, it's quite confusing because you have to try and remember which family is in which, because after the first time you're not given the dates, but you can really tell by their dress sense and the decor and things, and it's easy to tell once you get used to it, because I mean there is quite a big difference from 68, 87 and then last year. And then throughout the entire episode it literally flits between each decade, giving us more of each family's story and things. So obviously the 68 family is basically focusing on the mother grieving and the father grieving as well, and the grandparents being a bit of a poop. And then in 87 is the most exciting one. 87, the little girl Amy talks to Alice, Alice being the dead daughter of the 68 family who lived in that same house. So obviously this ghost, Alice's ghost, has stuck around in Marchlands, and Amy is talking to her, but her mother and father don't believe she's a ghost. She just thinks it's an imaginary friend. And Alice does some very naughty things, very creepy, eerie and disturbing things, one of which with a little black cat, which kind of made me a little bit cry, kind of, because it looked like a little Salem. But Alice is very naughty and is making Amy do bad things as well. Or it makes it seem like Amy's doing bad things. So that's a lot of pressure for the family, because they just think it's Alice is an imaginary friend, but Alice is a ghost. What is Alice going to do next? It really is taken to the extreme. And then in the third family in 2010, she is pregnant, of course. And she scrapes away the wallpaper and finds this big picture of a forest with a picture of Alice on it on the wall, a painting. Obviously indicating that the room she is redecorating for the baby is Alice's old bedroom. And she finds a photo of Alice and things, so she knows what Alice looks like. She plans on calling her unborn child Alice. So far Alice hasn't actually intervened with the modern family's life yet, so I imagine we're going to get a lot of that in the upcoming episodes, and I'm quite excited to see how that works out. But it is really quite eerie and quite disturbing, but in the best possible way, because it's so many surprises, and it's not like screaming scary, but you do sort of jump every now and then because you don't expect certain things to happen. So the casting, there's 2 particular cast members who stood out for me, one of which is the reason why I watched this. Alex Kingston plays Helen Maynard, who is the mother of Amy. Alex Kingston, that is such a mouthful to say. Alex is obviously River Song in Doctor Who, a character I adore, an actress I adore, so I was like, right, I've got to watch it just because she's in it. But she is fantastic in it, and definitely my favourite part of the casting. And then we have Amy, who really stood out for me, who's played by Sydney Wade. I can't find anything about her. She doesn't have an IMDb page. She doesn't have a Wikipedia page, so I really can't find out much about her background or where she studied or where else she's been in. But she's a fantastic little actress, and I think there's a lot more to come from her. And just on that note, there really isn't that much about Marchlands online. I will post a link to the Wikipedia page though, so you can go and check out more. And then we have the crew. It's directed by James Kent, and it's produced by Chrissy Skins, who also worked on Secret Diary of a Call Girl. You guys know I love that show, so that's pretty cool. And then it's written by Stephen Greenhorn, who worked on Doctor Who. So that also is pretty spectacular as well. So it's a nice sort of, nice cast, nice crew, perfect plot. Like I said, it does take you maybe 10-15 minutes to get your head around what's going on once you first start watching it. But please persevere. It is so worth getting past that 15-minute stage because it is thoroughly enjoyable. Each episode is an hour, so we have technically another 4 hours of this. I so hope this goes to DVD because I would watch this again and again. Yeah, I will do a video once it's finished. If my views change, like if it gets worse or it turned out to be really disappointing, I will do an update video. But if the hype continues, I will not do an update video. But if you wish to know my thoughts after each episode, you know, message me, email me, Twitter, Facebook, whatever. But please go and watch it. The first episode will be on ITV catch up just now, so you can still watch that in time for Thursday. But please feel free to leave comments and things, let me know your thoughts, and I will see you next time. Bye!